Hi everyone, my name is Julie Mayberry and welcome to my virtual library. This is a collection of books that I have learned about in my past teaching experience, uh, books that I've got from my cohort, and other books I found through other resources. So let's go ahead and dive into contemporary realistic fiction, my first genre here. And I chose a book called Miss Nelson is Missing. Miss Nelson is Missing is about a teacher who can't get her class under control, so she decides to leave and bring in a sub. The sub comes in and is so mean to the class that they start missing their teacher and start looking for her. They can't find her. They're hoping she comes back. Eventually, Miss Nelson does come back, and her class is so grateful. They're the best listeners for her. But Miss Nelson's biggest secret is that she was the sub the whole time, and her class had no idea. So that's a super cute book. I love to bring into the classroom. It's a fun read. My next genre is diverse populations. And for this genre, I chose I Like Myself. And this is written by Karen Beaumont. And this book is about a young African American girl who loves herself for all her quirks and everything that she does. And this book, I feel like, can really reach out to many girls who look like her or act like her and know that it's okay to be messy sometimes and play and um, you don't have to be a perfect little girl all the time or any of the times really. So my next genre is fantasy, and in fantasy, I chose the Pout Pout Fish. The Pout Pout Fish is about a fish who is so sad. He's a Pout Pout fish with a Pout Pout face who spreads his dreary wearies all over the place. Glub, glub, glub. It's such a fun book for the kids to read along with. They end up memorizing the lines. But at the end of the book, he meets this fish that plants a big kiss on his cheek, and it's the best mood lifter for this fish. And all of a sudden, he's happy and he can't find a reason to be sad. Super cute, repetitive book that the kids can memorize and read along with you. So, my next genre is graphic novels. And in this genre, I chose Martin Luther King Jr. Um, and this was written by hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Joeming Dunn, and illustrated by Chris Allen. And this is a graphic novel about Martin Luther King Jr. and his history and his legacy. So there's different chapters, as you can see. And you can see when he's born and what he does. I think this is a really, really neat way to get older kids interested in learning about Martin Luther King Jr. And the pictures are so vivid and fun to look at. They're so captivating, and it's not too wordy that I really feel like it gets the point across and really explains who Martin Luther King Jr. is. So the next genre we'll be talking about is historical fiction. And for this, I chose 50 Fearless Women Who Made American History by Jennifer Bazit. And this is about exactly what it says. It's about 50 women in history who made a difference. I really like that it's about women because I think that this can be something girls relate to and they'll be interested in and see that if these amazing people can make a difference in the world, why can't I? So there's different stories about Sacagawea and Harriet Tubman and all those amazing women in history. So my next genre is informational/biography. And for this, I chose Who is Michael Jordan by, let's see, Kirsten Anderson. I chose this book because um, it would be I think it would grab a lot of the boys' attention and even girls too, but a lot of the boys' attention who are interested in sports. And instead of watching sports, get them to at least read about sports and really dive in and figure out who Michael Jordan is. Back to my library. Next, we will talk about poetry. So for this genre, I chose Where the Sidewalk is Ending by Shel Silverstein. And this is a book, a really big book of poetry. Kids could honestly read this all day, or they could pick a couple of poems and read through them. The the pictures are so fun to look at. The poems are hilarious. It's a really great way to get kids interested in poetry. Okay, next we'll go ahead and take a look at science fiction. So for science fiction, I picked E.T. the Extraterrestrial, um, uh, based on the actual film. Um, but this is a super cute book. I love the illustrations in this book about ET, and it's really a summary of the of the movie. And it's not too wordy, considering that the movie was what, an hour and a half, I believe. Um, and just a great way to retell ET. I feel like a lot of kids nowadays don't even watch the movie because it's outdated. So this could be a really fun way to talk about science fiction. All right. And my last genre is traditional literature. And for this, I picked a really fun book called Little Red's Riding Hood by Peter Stein. I love this book. I think it's hilarious. I crack up every time I read it. This book is about a little Scooter, who is Little Red Riding Hood, gonna go visit their Granny Putt Putt. And Granny Putt Putt is just a little golf cart. And the Scooter needs to go bring Granny Putt Putt her oil and everything because she's not feeling very well. And on the way, there's a big monster truck who is the big bad wolf. And of course, it follows the same story that Little Red Riding Hood follows. And it's just hilarious, the references to the cars and the oil and everything like that. They're in Vroomville, as you can see here. I love this book so much. It's hilarious. It's a great way to just read a book to your kids and have a good laugh. So that is my virtual library. Thank you so much for listening.